Hey YouTube, this is theministewguy with Team comicX coming at you with Deck of the Month, December 2009. Um, Before I start with the deck, I'm going to be doing Card of the Month from now on. So this month's card is DD Crow. It's a really good tech card, dark, so it can be a Lord, um, can stop Pot of Avarice. So they pick their 5, you DD Crow 1, stops it. They don't draw the 2. They don't send the monsters back. Can help you get the 3rd in for dark armed. It's Wing Beast, so it can be Icarus attacked. Not too shabby in black wings. Alright, moving on to the deck. This deck was made by Fubar0011. It's on our team. It's a Hopeless Dragon, as you can see. Onto the deck. 3 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragons. 2800, 2400, 10-star dark. You remove a dragon, so you can special summon one from your hand once per turn or your graveyard, except Red Eyes Darkness Metal. So that's basically the key of the deck. You get this guy out. It's kind of irritating because you start the swarm and everything. Next up, 1 White Knight Dragon is at an Ancient Prophecy. 3000, 2500 defense. When he's targeted by a spell or trap, you can negate it. And then when a face-up monster you control is selected as an attack target, you can pitch a card and make this the attack target. So it's a little hard to get around, especially when you got little weak monsters in there. It's pretty good. Looking for a second one if anyone has one for trade. Next up, 2 Prime Material Dragons. So you get out your big guy, Red Eyes Darkness Metal. Uses effect to bring back a prime. Stops Torrential, Mirror Force, Bottomless Trap Hole. Just basically any monster destruction this guy can stop just by pitching a card from your hand. Basically stops burn. So yeah, if you get him out, it's kind of hard to get rid of any other monster pretty much. Next up, 2 Blizzard Dragons. Not too bad. 1800. His effect is you can select a monster your opponent controls, face up or face down. It can't switch battle positions or attack, so it kind of works if he's your only monster and your opponent only has like a Goyo Guardian. You just select the Goyo can't attack, maybe slows your opponent down a little bit until you draw your right card, so he's pretty good in the deck. I don't know why people don't run him more. Next up, 2 Mass Dragons. Don't run 3 because there's not a lot of targets in here. There's only, let's see, like 7 or 8 targets in here. So he's good at 2. Can help you bring out Exploder Dragon, stuff like that. Next up, 2 Totems. Basically the Treeborn Frog of the deck. Yeah. Helps you get out Red Eyes Darkness Metal. 2 Exploder Dragons. You don't take, this card can't deal damage and you can't take damage from battles, so, and he kills Colossal Fighter like crazy. Can't tell you how many times it's happened to me. Summons Colossal and gets rid of it. Yep. Magna Drago. 2-star tuner dragon. Just for some synchroing. Next up, 2 White Stone of Legend. It's sent to the grave, you get a Blue Eyes to your hand. So it's trade-in. It helps when you get this guy and you like pitch him for lightning or whatever. You get the Blue Eyes to your hand, then you trade in the Blue Eyes, draw 2 more cards, summon Red Eyes Metal, use the effect to bring back Blue Eyes, and it's just kind of like it's just annoying. So yeah, he's a 1-star tuner, so sometimes he can help you bring out like Ally of Justice or Black Rose sometimes. Next up, 3 Blue Eyes, just trade-in targets, along with the White Knight Dragon. Yeah, 3000 beat stick, everybody knows that. If you ever watched one episode of Yu-Gi-Oh, you'll probably see it. Last monster card is Red Eyes Wyvern. Only run 1. Don't ever really need more than 1, so basically if he's in the graveyard and you haven't normal summoned or set, you can, at the end of your turn, you can remove him from play and special summon a Red Eyes Darkness Metal, or Red Eyes Monster, I'm sorry, from your grave back to the field. Alright. Spells. 3 trade-ins. Like I said, you say you Lightning Vortex with the White Stone of Legend in your hand, or you Synchro with it, or you send it, or somebody kills it by battle, you get the Blue Eyes to your hand. You trade in to pitch the Blue Eyes and then draw 2. So it's kind of a draw power, and it's not really a minus because you really want the Blue Eyes in the grave more than you want it in your hand. 2 Lightning Vortex because the majority of the time when you pitch a card, you're gonna want it in the grave anyway. You want the Wyvern in the grave to get the Red Eyes back or whatever. So it just, and this deck can't get past like stall cards like Marshmallow and Spirit Reaper, or Colossal Fighter is easy. So this is a really good card to use. Future Fusion. Put dragons in the graveyard. You select 5-headed. Send 5 to the grave, and you start the engine up. You got Red Eyes Darkness. It's pretty hard to beat. Heavy Storm, staple. MST, staple. Kinda. I think of Giant Trinade as a staple. It can. You've seen the duel on YouTube. It's Hopeless Dragon versus Stun. Fubar kind of OTK'd me, kind of with this card, so I couldn't stop him. Dragon's Mirror, just 1. So if you get 5 in the grave, draw this card, just 5-headed, 5,000 beat stick. What are you gonna do? Foolish Burial, just 1, because a lot of time you don't really need more than 1. I don't see why you would. Brain, get a monster out of the way, use it for synchros. Last spell cards, 2 Book of Moon for a little defense. It's not really necessary, but it's just good to have. Traps, 1 Solemn Judgment for negation. 2 Bottomless Trap Hole. What more can you say? It's kind of a staple now. Well, Trap Hole. A lot of people don't give Trap Hole credit, but it can. Opponent summons a Kraybon, Psychic Commander, trying to synchro with maybe like Gale or something, or like a Mystic Tomato, any of those recruiters, you can just Trap Hole it and get it out of the way. Torrential, staple. Mirror Force, staple, obviously. And Call the Haunted, staple, obviously. Lastly, the extra deck. 1 Armory Arm. Sometimes you can get him out. He's good when you have him. Allied Justice Catastor. I think everybody should know what this does by now. It's been like a month since Hidden Arsenal came out. He kind of hurts if he gets in the grave because he's not a dragon, so Totem doesn't work and all that stuff. Flamvale Urquazos for crush, basically. Brownic, obvious. Need him. Goyo Guardian, obviously. Exploder Dragonwing. I don't know how many people know what this does. It's a 1 tuner and then 1 or more non-tuner dragon type monsters. If he battles with a monster who has equal to or less attack than him, before damage calculation, he can destroy the monster and then deal, I think it's half the attack. Oh no, it's equal to the attack of the monster destroyed. So if you attack into, let's say, like a Monarch, like Mobius, and so you can just destroy Mobius before damage calculation, he'll survive and your opponent will take 2,400. It's actually really good if you can pull him out and keep him alive, like with Prime Material. Black Rose for nuking, good stuff. And Black Rose can be brought back by Red Eyes Metal, if you want to. Stardust Dragon, obviously, can be brought back by Metal, so if it dies by battle, like, so if someone's Gale halves it, bring it back. Thought Ruler, low on life points, just, not really that great anymore. Colossal Fighter, obvious, staple. Red Dragon, staple, well, not staple, but helps get past the walls. Mistworm, I don't know how you bring him out in this deck, but he's pretty good. Special summon him, or synchro summon him, return up to 3 cards on your opponent's side of the field. 1 Trident Dragon, 10 star. 1 dragon, 1 or more non-tuning or non-dragon type monsters. Basically, you can destroy up to 2 cards you control, and then the turn that he's synchroed, for every card you destroyed, he gets another attack. So if your opponent's wide open and you synchro into this guy, destroy 2 of your cards, it's a 9,000 damage for taking that turn. Lastly, 2 5-headed dragons. You need it for Future Fusion and for Dragon's Mirror. That's why there's only 1 in here, because it hardly ever pulls out. And that's the deck. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. It's the Mini Stew Guy with Team comicX. Thanks. Peace.